Hi guys, good morning. Today is Tuesday, May 12th from 2020. And I'm happy to see you again here. I'm happy because you are watching our videos and we, our teachers, are spending a lot of time and we are doing our best to give you these lessons. Okay, so today we are going to work in two sections from our book, Language and Global Citizenship. First, we will start with language. We're going to work in pages 96 to 98, okay? Let me show you those pages so you get a little bit familiarized with it, okay? It's sentences and then more about sentences, and then we will talk about possessive nouns, okay? Now, before we start our book, I will share you the presentation so the information is more clear. Okay, like I told you, we are going to talk about sentences. That's great. Okay, it's too easy. It's a very, very easy topic. So, sentences. What about sentences, teacher? What can you tell me about sentences? Well, let me tell you first three things. Always a sentence starts with capital letter, always, okay? What's a capital letter? This one, okay? A big letter. Then the sentence divides in two. The sentences divides in two. Has two parts. The first one, it's a subject that tells us what or who the sentence is about. And the predicate. Tell us what the subject is or do. We're going to see later in the example, okay? And last one, ends with a punctuation mark, okay? Could be just a dot or could be an expression mark. And I gave you an example. Example, my friend Daniela is eating an ice cream, sorry. Why did I put this letter M in red? Well, because this is my capital letter. This is my sentence and start with capital letter. Now, can you tell me where is the subject? Yes, the subject is my friend Daniela. You can say it because of the color or you can say it because this tells us what or who the sentence is about. Of who this sentence is about? Of Daniela, my friend Daniela. And what is Daniela doing? Well, that the answer comes in the predicate. Is eating an ice cream. So what is Daniela doing? Daniela is eating an ice cream. The predicate is this. Oh, sorry. What happened? Okay. She is eating an ice cream. This is telling us what is she doing, okay? So the first one is the subject and the next one is the predicate. So let's go to the next presentation. What else with the sentences? Well, we can have in the sentences, well, first, before we answer this and before we see this, let me share you the page of the sentence so we can answer. As I already told you, here we have okay, these are the rules that I already gave you, that the capital letter, punctuation mark, subject, and predicate. Now, the example in the book is, the girl in the blue dress eats ice cream. Hey, just like me, okay. Who's this sentence about? Of the girl, that's true, the girl in the blue dress. And what is she doing? She's eating ice cream. Now, what you're gonna do in this page, read the sentences, then underline the subject and circle the predicate. First sentence, my babysitter loves to play outside. What would be the subject? It's the subject loves to play outside? No, because the subject tells us the noun, my babysitter, okay? Who's this sentence about? Of the babysitter. And what is the babysitter doing? Loves to play outside. So you're gonna circle this and underline the first part. Now the second, the car is parked outside. What you must underline? The car or is parked. Well, now you should be able to answer that. Okay, now let's go to the next part of the sentences. Now, what else about sentences? Well, sentences can has a compound subject. What is a compound subject? A compound subject it's when a sentence has more than one subject. For example, Lily and Nicole from 3rd grade are going to the mall. How many subjects do I have? I have 2, okay, Lily and Nicole. I could write Lily, Nicole, and Maria Jose, and I would have 3 subjects. So my compound subject is when I have 2 or more. Lily and Nicole from 3rd grade. Now, what else with the sentences? Some of them has compound predicates too. And if a compound subject means that you have 2 or more subjects, what would mean the compound predicate? Yes, that we have 2 or more verbs for one subject, okay? Let's see. Mauricio likes to draw and play soccer every Saturday. What does Mauricio likes to do? Well, Mauricio likes to do 2 things, 2 activities, draw and play soccer. So we have 2 verbs here, and that is how I know that I have a compound predicate in my sentence. Okay, now let's go to our book. More about sentences. Now, as I told you, this is the meaning of compound subject, and my example has 2 subjects. Dante and Piper are going to the party. I have 2 subjects. Now, compound predicate. Marcel watched movies and ate dinner. How many activities does Marcel did? 2. She watched movies and ate dinner. Now, you must read these 5 sentences and then write in this part if it's a compound subject or a compound predicate. Ariana played with her toys and sang a song. What do you think is this? A CS or a CP? Yes, a CP, because she played and sang. She made 2 actions. We have 2 verbs here, so it's CP, compound predicate. Now, the firefighters put out the fire and saved the people inside. What would be this? Yes, compound subject, because we have more than one subject, okay? So, here you will write a compound predicate sentence and here a compound subject sentence, okay? Now, let's go to the next presentation. Now that we already know what's a sentence and how can we write it, let's go and see possessive nouns. Possessive nouns comes on your book on page 98. And what is a possessive noun? To know what is that, we need to remember what is a noun. We use a noun to name people, places, and animals. So a possessive noun tells us who something belongs to. Let's see and we have 2 rules to possessive nouns. Let's see what are those rules. First one, we just add s at the end of the noun. For example, we will be staying at Diego's home, okay? This is a possessive noun. How do I know it's not just a noun? Because I have an apostrophe with an S. This indicates us that the house is from Diego. Now, we have the second rule. If it's a plural noun, you add just the apostrophe at the end of the noun. Let's see the example. I must clean the kitten's sand case. Okay, kittens, it's a plural noun. So I add my apostrophe at the end. And this tells me that the sand case is from my kittens. Okay? Now, sorry about that. Okay, these are my two rules. Okay, now let's go to our book and see what we're gonna do on our book. Possessive nouns. Well, here's the explanation that I already gave you with the two rules. And as you can see, we have another examples here. David's car. The car belonged to David. How do you know that? Because we have apostrophe and S. Now, a plural sentence. The girls' dollhouse. Girls, how many girls do we have? More than one. So we add apostrophe at the end. Okay? Says, match the columns to the correct possessive noun. The bike belongs to the boy. How should I write? The house's doctor, the monkey's bananas, the boy's bike, the kid's ball, or Tony's sweater. Is this boy Tony? I don't know, but who I'm talking about in this sentence? Yes, of a bike. So I need to do my noun. What's my noun? Boy. And make it possessive noun. Noun. So is the boy's bike, okay? The boy's bike. Now, you must read the entire instructions to answer correctly the activities, okay? Now, let's go to see what else we're gonna do today. Today, we're gonna work in global citizenship, page 130 and 131. We're going to work in our unit review. Let's go to those pages. Let me show you the page that we are going to work. Okay, unit review. Now, we already finished globalization citizenship section from our book number 4. But as you know, we need to answer unit review. So all the information that came on our book gets a little bit clear. And if you have any doubts, please ask me, okay? Remember to read the complete instructions. Answer the following questions. Match the definition with the correct term. Okay. Here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we have another 4, okay? These definitions, you will find them on your vocabularies from this section, okay? So you will be able to know what is globalization if you look on your vocabulary words, and you will be able to know what is unique going to your vocabulary words, okay? Remember that in the entire section, we have more than one vocabulary list. We have at least 2, so you need to study both of them, okay? Now, game zone. You already know how to do this, okay? It's not obligation to do this activity. If you want to do it, you can do it, but I already know that you know how to do it because you are always playing with this in classroom. So on the second page from Global Citizenship Unit Review is a little bit harder. You must think in this page, okay? Says, recall what you have learned about globalization, its opportunities and its challenges. Complete the graphic organizer with words and pictures to organize your thoughts. Okay, what is globalization? You must put here in your own words. What do you understand about globalization is? Okay, now you must think, how does globalization looks, sounds, and feels like? And you will answer these three on your own words. And then these both squares, you can answering watching the video of globalization or just reading your book, okay? But these three needs to be on your own words. And that's all from today. I'm really happy to see you again, kids. See you tomorrow in another lesson. And I'll be waiting for your activities, guys. Thank you. Bye. Have a nice day.